I want to get back to my take on Juan Razo. He's the illegal immigrant and alleged criminal, detained by local authorities in Ohio, then released by the feds, then arrested again by local authorities in Ohio on suspicion of raping a girl, killing a 60-year-old woman and shooting a mother in front of her children. Fox and Friends spoke to the judge who did this, who set Razo's bail. Listen to this.
I asked him, do you have a birth certificate? He had an interpreter there and said, no, it's in Mexico. Do you have a driver's license? No. Do you have a green card? No. Do you have anything to prove your identification? No. And we still don't have anything to identify him.
And that's the guy who was released by the feds. Ann Coulter is here, have no fear. She is the author of Adios America, The Left's Plan to Turn Our Country into a Third World Hellhole. Just love that title. Ann, welcome to the program.
Thank you, good to be here.
I think at the very basis of this argument about sanctuary cities, the whole basis of the immigration argument is the Hispanic vote. And that's what everybody's chewing on. And the Democrats think they've won it and they're running with it.
They probably have. That's why they like this mass immigration of peasant cultures to America, but it shows they really don't care that much about the war on women.
In the first sentence out of your mouth, you explode these peasant cultures invading our country.
But it's true. I mean, that's what my book is about. We aren't bringing in, although all we ever hear about is Sergey Brin at Google. Could we stop hearing about him? Could we get a few more Sergey Brins? No. What is being brought in, whether it's from India, Asia, Arab cultures, all of Latin America, are extremely peasant cultures. Thus, this massive child rape, gang rape, drunk driving. You have to read my book, Stuart. It's fascinating. And what's new now is these stories are actually being covered. But first, yeah, that's why the Democrats are bringing these people in, because they are coming not only from peasant cultures where child rape, incest rape, and so on are very common, but they're also used to block voting. That's what they do. Their idea of oh, yeah, we get it. I get a position in government, and then I hire all my relatives, right? That's how it works in other cultures. The People's Revolutionary Party held power in Mexico for 71 years.
Slammed an enormous number of people. I mean, you've just linked child rape to entire cultures.
No, I've slammed an enormous number of cultures.
Yes, an enormous number of people who are coming to America.
Well, okay, but you're turning it into attacks on specific people. These are backward cultures, and to pretend that all cultures are the same is insane.
That's about the most politically incorrect statement I've heard in a long, long time.
There are big Harvard symposia on different cultures and corruption of cultures and honesty of cultures. I think normal people, whether that's PC or not, recognize that we have an amazingly successful culture. Thus, we have a successful country. That's why so many people want to come here. But if we dump millions upon millions of people from back as cultures as different from ours as possible, incredibly poor, not only are you getting just a shocking war on women, but why do the Democrats want it? Because post-1970 immigrants are voting 8-2 for the Democrats, and nothing Republicans do is going to change that. In addition, specifically with the Hispanic vote, which you mentioned, only Democrats and the RNC seem to think, all brown people are alike.
How would you characterize British culture?
British culture, well, coincidentally, these studies from Harvard and UCLA, and you can look them up. The two factors they've found for the least corrupt cultures, two things: Protestantism and years of British rule, which is why Hong Kong is pretty good. So it's not an ethnic thing. It's not an individual person thing. It is a cultural issue, and cultures are really ingrained.
It's fascinating. It really is. It really is. Inflammatory, but fascinating.
I don't think it's inflammatory,
yes, it is.
But thank you.
And believe me, that is inflammatory. Anyway,
I'll debate anyone on it.
Ann Coulter, everyone, come back to New York and come and sit on this set with us anytime, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you, Ann. Appreciate it.